It can get pretty cold in the mountains during winter, the ideal time to stay indoors and sample the local dishes. We're in Manigot in France's Savoie region, in this hotel and restaurant which is perched at an altitude of 1,400 meters. Cheese is always on the menu.
I'm very fond of the reblochon, and I obviously like the Beaufort as well. I like all mountain cheeses. Tome cheese, especially fresh tome cheese, is absolutely delicious.
Savoie is one of France's foremost cheese regions with such names as Tome, Saint-Marcellin, Beaufort and of course Reblochon, the king of the local cheeses. In La Clusaz, a few kilometres away from the chalet, as is the case every evening after milking the cows, Marie-Louise Donzel is about to start work on the Reblochon. When milking time is over, the milk is curdled with rennet. After about 40-45 minutes, we obtain a compact mass. It's the curdle, you see? We then cut the curds to obtain little pieces the size of a grain of wheat or corn. It's the most famous cheese produced in the Savoie region, and there are about 150 of us producing farmhouse-made Reblochon in the Vallée des Tonnes, where it originates from. We all make farmhouse Reblochon. The farmhouse Reblochon is made using milk from the same herd of cows, twice a day after milking time. Reblochon is also manufactured in cooperatives, using milk collected from different farms. Out of the 17,000 tons of Reblochon produced, 3,000 tons are farmhouse Reblochon. A label stuck on the cheese in order to tell them apart, red for cooperative made and green for farmhouse made. Once the cheese has been placed in the moulds, it's left to stand for 12 hours. It's then dipped in a brine solution to salt it. It's then left to dry on racks made from spruce wood for 7 to 8 days. Marie-Louise's work is now done, and it's time for the refiners to take over. The Reblochon market has taken place in the village of Grand Bornand every Wednesday morning since the 18th century. These cheeses are around 8 days old, and then it's the refiners that take over. It's their job to mature the cheese for sale before it's sent to cheese shops or supermarkets. So Marie-Louise passes on the cheese boxes to Joseph Paccard, who takes them to Manigot, where along with his son he'll refine the Reblochon in humidity-controlled maturing cellars.
The first stage is leaving the cheese to mature on spruce wood boards. It's left there for around 2 weeks.
The Reblochon are then wrapped up individually to help develop the taste and flavours and left for 2 to 3 weeks. Although the Reblochon represents about 60% of their activity, the Paccard family also works with other local cheeses.
This is tome cheese. We have large mountain pasture tomes, Aravis blue cheese. We also have these little goat's milk tomates.
And of course the Beaufort, which is left to mature for at least 14 months.
It's the authenticity that makes these products so popular. They have been made by people who love what they do.
Chefs have also had their part to play in making these cheeses so popular. Éric Guelpin's uncle is Marc Vérard, the chef known for his trademark black hat. They both share the same passion for promoting local products. One of Éric's specialties is the Reblochon soufflé.
We take 2 decent slices of smoked bacon and put them in the saucepan with the potatoes.
We add half an onion,
and we leave it to boil for 20 minutes.
during which time he prepares a crème de Reblochon.
People say it's a sacrilege to remove the Reblochon's rind, but if we want it to melt properly, we have to take off the rind. Otherwise, there will be little solid bits in the cream.
The Reblochon is melted down with cream and butter. Once the potatoes are cooked, they're pureed using the food mill. The Reblochon cream is added along with 4 egg yolks and the beaten egg whites. The mixture is then put in the oven for 20 minutes at 220 degrees. And naturally, the soufflé is then served with other local produce.
Voilà. There we go. Our soufflé is ready. We serve it with a small green salad, and we add a little crème de Reblochon. Look at how it's reduced down, how it's thickened.
Soufflé, raclette, tartiflette, there are all sorts of tasty dishes you can prepare for friends and family this winter. And for food lovers planning on taking a Reblochon cheese home with them after their winter break, here's one last piece of advice. Farmhouse Reblochon is soft and creamy and should be stored at room temperature. You mustn't keep it in the fridge, that would be a shame. As far as I'm concerned, putting Reblochon or other cheeses in the fridge, well, it's sacrilegious.